If you're wondering what just happened to SCORE stock, that's what we're going to cover today. But just to bring it to you, they hit a reverse split. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry. The SCORE stock is at $51, and you're probably mad confused because it's just at $5 not too long ago. Now, there's something that happened here, and it's called a reverse split, and we'll go all into that once we get into the video. But before we start, guys, my name is Umar Khan. I'm a 21-year-old investor, and I created this channel to talk about investing in stocks. So if you enjoy content like that, thank you. Please subscribe. We're growing pretty fast. We're just over 600 subscribers, on the goal to 1,000 by the end of the month. So help me get there, and drop a comment down below saying I subscribe. I'll make sure I reply to all the comments. And thank you for if you guys watched the first SCORE video, that video didn't have the most views. It was just under 2,000 views, but a ton of engagement. So I love it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it down below. Someone actually in the comments let me know. I'll actually put it up on the screen. I'm so sorry I don't have it up here right now, so I'm not going to say your name, but shout out to you. That's when I found out that they're about to go on a reverse split, and I guess that was news at the time I filmed the video, but I just missed it. Today we're going to be talking about a couple reasons why the SCORE stock went up and why I think that this is going to be the next hot pick for 2021. I'm personally invested in the SCORE. I have a small position which I plan on adding to now, especially with confirmation that the reverse split didn't kill the stock. I'm probably gonna wait for a dip and then definitely buy in some more shares. There's a couple of interesting things. So the CEO John Levy made a statement prior to the Bill C-218 and Bill C-13 to legalize single event sporting in Canada. Today, private members Bill C-18 was voted and passed overwhelmingly at second reading in the House of Commerce. Similarly, legislation of Bill C-13, which was previously introduced by the federal government, would legalize single event sports betting at the federal level in Canada, and it's anticipated to take up the House of Commerce in the near future. So, the CEO's comments was today's development in the House of Commerce was focused on legislation of single event sports betting in Canada is a significant step forward in the process to amending an outdated law. Mr. Levy continues saying the positive outcome of today's voted demonstrates the continuing momentum and strong class party support of this issue. We expect that the legalization of single event sports betting will facilitate the introduction by provincial and territories of a much needed monetized sport betting framework. Obviously, now that the legalization of Canada single sports betting is going continued and looks like it's going to be passed shortly, this is the CEO's making comments saying how this is going to positively affect not just the company, but literally the consumers, the people who want to do online betting. And now that's going to go into legal form of single event betting. If you're not familiar with single event betting, all that means is in Canada, you currently can't make a bet that if Toronto's versus OKC, that you're going to bet your money that OKC is going to beat Toronto or vice versa. That's not allowed. But if once these bills pass through, where we'll be able to do that, and this is a growing industry. As we've seen in the States, the SCORE actually estimates the market potential on online gambling in Canada to be expected between $3.8 billion to $5.4 billion, and this is in US dollars, and this would be annual gross gaming revenue based on historical data. The potential for the market here in Canada on single event betting is going to be insane, and that's what's going to bring this company up. Another popular online betting platform is DraftKings. We already seen DraftKings having a pretty good run, and it's continuing to because it's not just Canada that's legalizing the online betting, but it's also the states. So both hand in hand, the states and Canada, we kind of simulate each other. When one country does one thing, the other country does the same thing like how we saw with cannabis. So and it, if history repeats itself, Canada will probably do it sooner than the US, but there's already states that are in place that are already allowing for single event betting and all sorts of gaming betting. Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool, gives several clues that he has taken a large stake in the SCORE. He claims to have invested $2.7 million in this company. That's again a little bit more speculation, because even if you go on and read the article, he said how he didn't explicitly say it because he didn't want to push the price, but when he did announce it, it did see a spike that day itself. So there's that. Okay, there's those two things. And then the next thing, on February 10th, SCORE Media announced a proposal share consideration preparation of uplisting onto a major US stock exchange, NASDAQ. And then on February 11th, the SCORE Gaming announced a reverse split to take place where it'll be 10-1, and shares would begin to trade at a post-consolidated basis on February 18th. All right, so that's why today we did see the reverse split. With the share consolidation, SCORE Media has greatly reduced its size of float. Prior to the consolidations, SCORE Gaming had 434.4 million Class A shares, which has now been reduced to 43.4 million post-split. And this is obviously done for their goal to be listed on the NASDAQ or even the New York Stock Exchange. And it's going to be pretty insane, guys. So this is obviously so they can meet requirements. That's why we had that 10-1 split. Now we will discuss the pros and cons of a reverse split. But just looking at it as is so far, we see, founder of Bar still putting money in. We see Canada looking to legalize single bet gaming. We just see a positive outlook on this. That's why, for me, this is such a value company, because they're already providing a product or service. If you're not familiar with TheScore, check out my last video on TheScore. I went more detail into what the company is, but to brief that video down in a couple of seconds is Score basically has two platforms. There's sports news and their betting. Their plan here is to take all the people from their sports news into the betting and watch the video, because I go through numbers on exactly how many monthly users they have, how many active users they have, and how many times they actually use it in. But they're, I think, number 2 most popular sports gaming apps. So once they convert that to their betting, it's going to be an insane amount of potential and amount of revenue these guys could generate. Now, let's talk about a reverse split advantages. So reverse splits can signal good news for investors or bad news. A reverse split can signal that a company is financially strong enough to be listed on an exchange. The stock price will increase enough to meet its exchange minimum price requirements. If you own a stock in a small company that has increased sales and profits, the stock price could continue to rise after the reverse split. So the advantage here is if the company is financially stable, which the score is because they did acquire a couple of big deals, that it should be okay, right? But then the disadvantage is if your stock is listed on an exchange, a reverse split could hinder a potential delisting as its consequences of its fallen price. If the stock remains below the exchange minimum price, the company's stock will be delisted and regulated to over-the-counter markets. So it's not currently on the current U.S. exchange, right? And they're not doing the reverse split to meet a minimum requirement because they're already listed. But the reason why they're doing it is so they can meet the requirement in the first place. So they're just entering, right? Now, if they were already on the New York Stock Exchange and they didn't actually have a reason, but the only reason why they do a reverse split was to make up for that minimum amount, that's when it would have been a red flag. But for us, looks like we're pretty much in the safe zone. And honestly, guys, again, this is not investment advice. So please do your own due diligence, your research. But for me, that's a win. For me, this is going to be a company I am going to invest in. I'm going to write it out, and I see large upside. Now, I want to know your comments down below. Drop with a comment down below, letting me know what is your take on the score. I think I entered the score when it was at $2.25. So do the math on that. So what is that? That would be in today's price to $2.25. So we'd be looking at $22.50 approximately. That's why I entered in. So it's already up about 100%, which is pretty sick. And I plan on buying more, even though it's meta high. I think this company has potential to hit. I said in the last video to hit $60, but I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to 100 to 130 in the near future, because the popularity of online betting is going to be something unreal, and it's going to be very interesting to see this roll out. That being said, guys, drop your comments down below on your thoughts on the stock, what price you entered, and what are you taking on this? Are you gonna buy? Are you gonna not? Is this something for you? Are you team DraftKings? Are you team Score? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you want to use some of my affiliate links, guys, I have a couple of affiliate links down below. I have an affiliate link for ShakeSpay if you want to buy cryptocurrency here in Canada. I have a Coinbase cryptocurrency affiliate code if you want to buy crypto worldwide, and then a Wealthsimple code where we both get a kickback if you want to buy stocks here in Canada. A good platform if you want to buy TheScore. All right. That being said, guys, only invest the money you're willing to lose. It's Umar. Peace.